Hey everyone, Real Taxman here. Lots and lots of new happening everywhere. Corona's affecting a lot of businesses still because some states like California are still not fully open. Other states like Texas, I heard, are trying to open up and do away with masks. Well, we're here to give you an update on all the tax updates and everything you need to know relating to your tax returns and any new bills and funding you can possibly get for you and your business. So here we go. So first of all, we still don't know if the IRS is going to extend the tax deadline to July 15th like they did last year. The IRS commissioner is saying that, I don't know, Corona's not affecting us. Everything's fine. No bills are coming out and no delays for taxes. The tax filing deadline wasn't delayed and started late. Everything is fine. So obviously we should all be able to file on time despite having to wait for everything else. So I don't know how well that stance is going to take. For now, the tax deadline remains March 15th and April 15th. There's always an ability to extend, so there's no worry there. But this is where we stand so far. And for those of you who tuned into my last episode of the Triple P rules for California and some other states, there's still no update there either. California is still considering that the Triple P loan, even though it's forgiven, is taxable income to the state. IRS said, everything's good. Don't include it as tax. Here you go, free money. But we're still waiting on those rules. It was supposed to be passed on in the last bill, but Governor Newsom is trying to make it a little more appealing. So we'll just have to wait and stay tuned to that. Hopefully that's going to come up very soon as well. Now for the fun part. The Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Brought to you in part by the Biden administration. Yeah, I agree. That doesn't sound that fun. But there's a lot of great things in there for everyone, for individuals, for businesses, if you're struggling with COVID or if you're not. So let's get to it. So bear in mind that the bill isn't law yet and only got passed by the House so far. It still needs to get passed by the Senate and then by the president, and he has to sign off on it. So once it does that, then it'll become law. So there may be some changes, and some of the things that I will talk about might change a bit. So please bear that in mind. So another cool thing about the Rescue Plan Act is the child tax credit. Well, you might ask yourself, well, what's so great about that? I have kids. I always get the child tax credit. It's $2,000 every year. Well, the act raises it to $3,000 for any kid between the age of 6 and 17 that you claim on your return. Anyone under the age of 6 gets $3,600. And wait, there's more. You'll get some of that money back throughout the year. So you don't have to wait until you file in 2022 for your 2021 taxes. Starting July all the way to December, the bill proposes that the IRS pays you a portion of the amount spread across a few months. So you could potentially get a bunch of different checks for as many kids as you have throughout 2021 starting July. So that's great news for everyone who has kids, for a change. A few other noteworthy items that we can discuss that might apply to some people out there. Number one, if you're on unemployment, the bill proposes to raise unemployment from $300 to $400 a week. So that's not too shabby. Another one is the $30 billion in rental assistance, emergency rental assistance that the government is going to give to all the states. So if you are struggling with paying your rent or utilities, reach out to your local government websites, your state, city, county. Some of them might have programs or ways to apply to help you with your rent and utilities. One of the last acts also gave a bunch of funds to the local authorities. So check your website and possibly you can find something that might help you. Lastly, the minimum wage is set to increase to $15 an hour all throughout the U.S. according to this bill by 2025. Now it's very ambitious and we're not sure if it's going to pass because a lot of people are against and there's a lot of people for, so it's the House is divided. So we'll have to stay tuned to see what's going to happen there. Another great benefit that the Act is providing to all businesses is extending the employer retention credit to the end of 2021 and the paid and family sick leave credit to the end of September of 2021. Now, these are not new credits. If you haven't heard of them before, I suggest you find out some more information. They're great tools to use, especially if you have employees that either are quarantined or get sick or can't come to work, or you're hiring people and instead of letting them go because you're trying to support employees despite your business having a drop in more than 20% of gross receipts, or your business is partially or fully suspended because of regulations or rules by city or states out there. So definitely look into that. It's a great tool to use, and they are extending it and providing some additional funds. So one of my personal favorite sections of this act is the restaurant revitalization program. Now, I have a lot of clients that are restaurants, plus a lot of restaurants that I love that I see struggling because of the government or because of local authorities tell them that they can't open or open in specific ways, and they really got hit hard. So this program sets aside $25 billion that restaurants can apply for if they can show that they are struggling. And the beauty of it is that it will follow kind of the same PPP loan treatment, which means that if you get it, it won't be, you won't have to technically give it back. It could be possibly forgiven. And in addition, it might not be shown as taxable income on your tax return. So that would be amazing news for all restaurants. Now, it's a little premature because the IRS has to chime in and everything has to kind of fall into place. And of course, the bill still needs to be put into law. But hopefully that comes into play. And all you restaurants out there, I'm praying that this will come through so it'll help you out. So that's all I have for you. I hope you're as excited as I am about everything that's coming up. And I hope, and I'm very wishful, that the government will get their act together, quite literally, and very quickly so they can distribute and pass out all the funds to all the struggling businesses and individuals out there. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and see you next time on